A volunteer demonstrates Colonial games.
They played a game very like horseshoes, and it was called quoits. Instead of horseshoes, you've got loops of rope. The idea is the same, and you want to get it over the other stake. Oh, you want to get it over the other stake. You want to get it over the other stake. The smaller the hoop is, the harder it is. So if you wanted to keep score, you could do it that way. The smaller hoop would be worth more points. Now there's no sports as such. You know, no one's making money playing sports. There is no LeBron James of quoits or the Graces or anything else. People played games for amusement because they're fun, not because it made anybody any money. So, I mean, we won't get professional sports till the 1920s when people actually made real money playing the game. But they had all kinds of games for all kinds of different age people. And one of them is this one right here.
A young woman joins in.
And it's called the Graces. And it's mostly a girls' game. And yeah, move up a little bit from the tent. There you go. Okay, perfect. And so you have a hoop of wood with some ribbons tied to it to slow it down in flight, and 2 sticks to throw it and pick it up with. You're not using your hands really to touch the hoop. And so the way you throw it is you make an X, and you uncross the X. There you go. The young ladies would be wearing the 18th century version of the bodice and the stays that would not allow them to bend the waist very well. And so this game is partly to teach good posture, good feminine posture. And it's a hand-eye, coordination game, like most games are hand-eye coordination. Obviously, you're better at this than me, Francis. I haven't. It must be your throwing is bad.
Wow. See, that one went literally straight towards you.
Okay. I'm going to catch the next one.
Maybe don't toss it above my head.
There we go.
Yeah, set that one directly on.
You said it would help posture?
Yeah.
It's supposed to encourage good posture. Women would be expected in social settings, going to church, going to town perhaps, to wear that stays or that bodice. But, if Frances were around the farm all day and taking care of younger brothers and sisters, if she was in the garden digging up potatoes, it would be a completely impractical thing to wear. And so if you're home and you're among family, you wouldn't wear it because it's too much work to do. Everything in the 18th century was a chore. Doing laundry, just imagine doing laundry without a washer and a dryer. And people owned very few clothes. Everything was hand-stitched. So if everything we bought today was hand-stitched, we'd afford maybe 3 or 4 sets of clothes, and that would be it. And that would be it. You want to show them that one?
That's crazy.
Hand-eye coordination. And you can keep somebody occupied with this for a little while. I find that teenagers would like it. The goal is to catch the ball in the cup. Let's see if I can do it. 1, hold on. 2, hold on. My record's 10.
In a row?
In a row. That's my record. Today is not going to be that day.
We're at a steady 2 right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you could almost call that luck. It's just 2 in a row. If you start to get 3 or 4 or 5, it's not luck. It's so far not skill. So far not skill.
I find where most people mess up is they try to swing the ball into, because you'll notice he's almost like bringing the.
I'm scooping under.
Yeah, and most people try to swing it.
Yeah, that's
and you
crazy unreliable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just do the jerk and the scoop like this.
Yeah.
It's much more predictable. Catch it at the apex of its flight.
So right when it stops.
Mm-hmm. 3 in a row. I actually find young people, this is not as popular as TikTok, but young people actually like this one, and they like the Graces. So
Yeah.
I do this for high school students and college students, as well as some of these other things. So anyway, it's usually something they've never seen before, and that's good, as a teacher. They've never seen it before.
I do think I'd have a hard time competing with TikTok.
It's tough. It's tough to do that, but You know, technology has changed, but teenagers haven't changed much. You know, and so I've been doing this high school thing for a quarter of a century, and teenagers are still teenagers. It's just their toys are different. Their toys are different. So that's really the big difference. Not kids themselves. Kids are still kids.